What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I have to make this video. It's been calling me, um, freed up, ready to make the video. I want to spend some time talking about none other than James, the Mandigo Warrior Kirkland. Now, I don't know who has cable, who streams, who has computers, whatever the fuck the situation is. That fight with Glenn Tapia was a hell of a fight. I'm not really versed with Glenn Tapia as far as an opponent. I hadn't seen all his fights. He's not like a always televised type of fighter. But that was a barn burner. That was an exciting fight. One, you got James Kirkland, who's coming off a long layoff. He hires and fires and Wolf at will. He's with a new promotional company, 50 Cent SMS Promotions. And I was anxious to see how he looked because rumor has it in his off season before he had been signed on with the fight that he had ballooned up and gained a lot of weight. Like they said, he was 200 plus pounds for a guy who was previously fighting at 154. So that's a lot of weight for someone to carry around, and the inactivity is killer for a lot of people. A lot of people, unless you're just really on a Mayweather Pacquiao type of level, you can't just take a year off and be good and look like you did, like Pacquiao did against Brandon Rios, or how Mayweather looked against Marquez. It takes an elite level fighter to do that. So for James Kirkland, it was a hell of a coming out party again, reintroducing the world to him. Who knows with boxing fans? Boxing fans are fickle. Some people join the sport and become fans at different points. So some people may not even be familiar with James Kirkland because it's been that long since he fought. There's a lot of new emerging talent, Keith Thurmans, Adrian Broners, Leo Santa Cruz's, and whatnot. So James Kirkland was kind of lost in the shuffle, and it's good to see him back. Now, this is my thing with James Kirkland. He seems mentally unstable. He's a fragile creature. He has awesome athletic potential. He has potential to give anyone at 154 a hellish fight. He's very relentless. He's a pressure fighter. He can box. He can bang. I mean, he really mixes up his punches well, especially in the Glenn Tapia. He showcased that. I heard his training is some of the most rigorous training the shit and Wolf has him doing, like pushing tires and probably sledgehammers and hitting tires and some shit you would see on Rocky 4. Drago! So I'm really anxious that he jumped back in the mix. They were talking about making a Canelo fight way back when, before Paul Williams' tragic accident. They were talking about making a Kirkland Canelo fight. Canelo was on the up and coming. Kirkland had already been in the division. One thing, it's sad, but it's also intriguing. When you watch Kirkland, it's similar to a Zab Judah. It's similar to a Mike Tyson press conference. You really don't know what the fuck to expect. You don't know what Kirkland is going to show up. You don't know how he's going to look in the later rounds, the early rounds, if he's going to quit. I mean, this is a dude who just took shots from a big dude, Glenn Tapia, in the first round. Glenn Tapia was coming out with bad intentions, and he weathered that storm. Yet, he also, the same fighter, got knocked out by a fighter, a Japanese fighter, Ishida, who has no punching power. Gennady Golovkin disposed of him easily, even though it was at a higher weight. But still, Ishida doesn't really have much punching power. His record and his KO percentage support that. And he got knocked out by him in the first round. So you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. James Kirkland's like a fucking box of chocolates. You really never know what you're going to get, which adds to the intrigue and the mystique of James Kirkland. Check out 78 Sports TV. He got an interview with James Kirkland. They definitely have a large body of work together. They've done interviews before. Great interview. He sounds hungry. He sounds like he's trying to, like he left something at the house and he's trying to reclaim what he feels is his, the 154-pound division, with guys like Edislani Laura putting on boxing clinics, but also being vulnerable to pressure fighters and people like Angulo who cut off the ring well. Very intriguing. Canelo, first loss in his professional career. A fight with Kirkland, very intriguing. Cotto, he's looking pumped with Freddie Roach. trying to take on possibly bigger fish in higher divisions like Sergio Martinez. Very intriguing. You could really put Kirkland in there with anybody, the top level guys at 154, and it might just be a banger. So I'm really looking forward to see what unfolds. Hopefully 50 Cent and SMS Promotions manage Kirkland's career better than they've done with Gamboa. Gamboa's just been too inactive for me. It's for such an exciting fighter and a cult classic, a cult favorite. It seems like 50 Cent would be pushing that line a little bit more with Gamboa trying to get them big paydays. I'm not saying 50 Cent and his company's not trying, but either they're not trying or they're not successful. And either way, maybe you need to reapproach the situation because Gamboa also an exciting fighter who's been pretty lackluster, pretty inactive. So hopefully Kirkland doesn't fall into that same pattern with his fights. I mean, coming off of a comeback fight slash coming out party like the Glenn Tapia, I think fans want to see more. That's potential fight of the year. I would definitely put that in the fight of the year nominees. So I'm really looking forward to this. 154 got more exciting. If you look at this picture of Glenn Tapia after the fight, whoo, you see his face? He ain't going to be in Rush Hour 3. Fuck. His face just looks battered. And this is a big dude. This is a big dude who obviously can take some punishment, can take a punch. Looks like he had a chin. So, I mean, this is a big dude. Not all the other guys at 154 pounds like Cotto are that big. So, the Mandigo Warrior versus really anybody could be fireworks. So we'll see what they do with his career, what direction 50 steers him in. I know 50 Cent was talking a lot of shit after the Kirkland fight. He actually posted like diss pictures to Tapia and all kinds of shit. 50's always starting some shit. Let me know what you guys think of James Kirkland. That's really all I got to say. Look at the picture. You see his work. You see my work. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego, signing off.